Comfrey. Show me your weed, comfrey. It is an amazing fertilizer. It is an amazing healer. You can look it up online. It has a lot of health benefits. It has some warnings, so you gotta heed the warnings. But I use it as a fertilizer, or even just chop and drop, especially if your plants need a little bit of help. If they're struggling, if they broke, like a tomato broke its stem, you can actually wrap this comfrey around it and tape it, and it does go back together. Usually I'll make a tea and drop it in the hot water, so it kind of activates it, and then wrap it around, and it will heal up. It helps heal tissue. That's actually on online. You can find that it's healing to tissues. Now, I put it in a bucket that it's all submerged underwater. Usually put a cabbage in there. Other weeds, like dandelion, that's motherwort. It's coming up in my grass. I don't really need it there, so it can go in there. It's not really gross yet, or it wouldn't really be sticking my finger in there. You feed it sugar, molasses, sorry. That's the sugar for the maru. It ferments. So what you want to do is loosen the cap every day, or that thing full of water, you don't leave a breathing room, then it will maybe, might not, might just blow the cap off. But I just loosen every day and put it back on. And that should have no air in it. It won't rot. And you can add it diluted to all your plants after it's fermented. And it's really good at healing. There's something about the brassica family, like how you make sauerkraut, that it's really good to get those microbes going. So you want to use a cabbage plant, but I'm thinking this one here, I'm pretty sure wintercress is part of the brassica somewhere. So I'm going to try to use it this year instead of cabbage. But if you have any cabbage laying around, or broccoli leaves, stuff like that, that will get the microbes going. Dandelion probably will too. But I put a few. This top will eventually flower, so you don't want to. There should be even a flower bud in there if you go down. And you don't really want it to flower right away, because you want it before flowering, comfrey. After flowering, let the bees have it. But I put about 3 of them in there, and maybe we'll put a couple of these dandelions. Like, what I've been doing lately is I have these, and they're, don't let the light in. And you don't really want the light in, but it will work if you have a clear bucket. But the whole thing is not to have air in. You want to keep the air out. Now, I keep one in every little garden, and I just keep putting weeds in there when I weed the garden. Put them in there. And then, like, this clover. Excellent. Especially if it's flowering. If you do a lot of flowering things, it helps things flower and fruit. Be warned, you might not want to do this on your, use this on your leafy vegetable, because it might promote it to flower. But by this time, things are starting to flower anyway. So just don't use it on your greens that you don't want flowering. Fill that up full of water so there's no air gap there. And you're done. Show me your weeds, comfrey. This is another thing you can do with it. is chop and drop. Just chop it and drop it. Simple as that. You don't need to make a brew. You don't need to do anything. Beware snails. So I have some tansy. Nothing likes tansy. It's really strong smelling herb. And I'm thinking the tansy will, I don't want to eat here and go away, right? So I have a line all around, and it does smell different. This is for healing. We actually got frost last night, almost. It touched a few things, and it went down to 2 Celsius, but I lost some beans, and they might not come back. And I didn't think we'd have cold weather this far into June, but we are. So I have a little bit of burn on my leaves from the frost, but it wasn't a hard freeze, so they'll still be okay. Even the little one here will bounce back. So comfrey is healing. I figured a chop and drop on the ones that got burnt the most. Put some tansy around, prevent the bugs from eating my beans that I got left in them, and to feed the apple tree and the other tree that's kind of right there. So, show me your weeds, comfrey. Okay, you guys stop throwing stones. We all can weigh what we find and grow, or harvest, whatever. It's all about food. If we can eat it, well, I'm not counting the weeds I pull out for the rabbits, or the stones that I'm collecting for that bottle or the garden. So stop throwing stones at each other and play fair. I'm want to do that tomato in a bottle. Tomato in a bottle. Anyway, we got a tomato, we got a bottle. I'm filling it full of rocks, and then we'll have dirt, and we'll have a tomato, but I'll try to get it so it's filled right up. Brandy wine in a wine jug. Tomato in a bottle. Hey, please. You're going into the pond. You just need to flip it over. Need a little bit more water in there, but... Oh, you're going to get that out? Okay. We need to fix the rock on our pond and waterfall here. But we use all rainwater, and it goes down the waterfall into the pond to create oxygen for the fishies. Caveman Mikey there is going to put them in. There we go, fishies. You put a little bit of pond water in when they're tank water for about half an hour, get them used to it, but we need to put more water in that. It pumps it up into this black thing, and then we take all the water out of there into different areas in the garden. It's overrun by weeds right now, but you have areas that are sunken in. There's our honeyberries, new spot. That's sunken in water pools. Wouldn't your tadpoles love to live in there? Thank you.
Get out of my flowers.
Shadow, and that's what the flowers are for.